Good morning. Welcome to our morning meditation. I'm the Reverend Dr. William L. Johnson III. I am so happy to be able to share these messages that we hope that will inspire and encourage you along the way, not only for today and for the week, but perhaps through your life journey. Well, let's get to it. Today's morning meditation is entitled, It's Worth a Try. Over the last few weeks, we have talked about worth. We talked about knowing your worth. We have talked about is it worth it? Today, we want to talk about it's worth a try, a statement, indeed, to be able to call us to a place where we make some decisions about what's happening in our lives and we put ourselves in a position where we decide that whatever it is that we are doing is worth trying. Today, I want to explore this concept of actually determining that it's worth the try, that you should try. I'm aware that there's a dichotomy in life. In life, we are faced with many choices, sometimes more than two, but maybe even several in even a single moment. But here we are aware that in our lives, there sometimes comes a difference between right and wrong, good and bad, dark and night, dark and light, going left or right. All those things are what we would call a dichotomy. They are split. Either they're on this side of the fence or they're on that side of the fence. And sometimes in those moments, we find ourselves dealing with the dichotomies in life, the contradictions in life, and even the paradoxes in life. Always this duality that we are trying to figure out how to mix and match and put things together that should go together, but sometimes don't fall in that place. We are challenged, should I say, on what to do. Do I love this person or do I protect my own feelings in my own heart? Am I to be friendly or should I be guarded? Should I pursue my dreams or should I stay where I am and just be happy with what I have? Sometimes we're in these moments in which we find ourselves wondering whether or not it's worth it. Is it worth a try? And I want to declare it's worth a try. Not asking the question, is it worth it? Not trying to figure out, do I know my own worth? But to say now, when I extend myself to others, that I need to be sure and clear and to determine it's worth trying if I don't do anything else. There's a song, an old song, I really love it. It was written by Bill Evans and Stan Getz. Many jazz singers have tried to offer renditions of it, but the song in it of itself is so special and rich. Yes, I'm a romantic, a hopeless romantic, if you will. And so these kinds of songs, jazz or otherwise, speak to some of the things I think we ought to hold in our belly and to process as we journey through life. This one's entitled But Beautiful. But Beautiful. Listen to these words. I'm going to share them. I'm not going to sing them, but I want to share them. Love is funny, or it's sad, or it's quiet, or it's mad. It's a good thing, or it's bad, but beautiful. Beautiful to take a chance, and if you fall, you fall. And I'm thinking I wouldn't mind at all. Love is tearful, or it's gay. It's a problem or it's play. It's a heartache, either way, but beautiful. And I'm thinking if you were mine, I'd never let you go. And that would be but beautiful, I know. What a wonderful song. What a wonderful testament to love and all the things that it brings with it. The author of the song and the ones who deliver the song in such eloquent ways that stir our hearts remind us here that it's worth a try. That there's some things that we are faced in life that whether it succeeds or not, whether it works out the way we want it to or not, whether or not we find others find value in it or not, it's still worth a try, like having children and to discover what that looks like to be in love or to raise those children and to try to make them help them to be successful in life. Some people might say, I wish I'd never done that. But I would dare say it's worth a try. Trying to be friends with people who may not be friendly to you. You may say, well, it's just better off not knowing them and them not knowing me. But I would beg to differ. It's worth a try. For moments in our lives in which we have found ourselves stuck, and we have looked around and discovered that our being stuck had more to do with our failure to try than our really attempting to try at all. So I want to encourage us to be able to try things in life, because in the try, in the attempt, that's what makes it beautiful. There's a beautiful movie I love. It's called Before Sunrise, and it's one of these stories, a trilogy of stories. Linklater, I think, wrote it, and Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy are the main characters in this movie trilogy. But in the first one, there is a discussion about love. And one of the characters, Julie Delpy plays Celine, says this in this story. She says she doesn't know whether or not it's in the accomplishment of all the things that people would want to accomplish, but it is in the attempt to love, the attempt to know another person, the attempt to be able to connect with another person. That is where she believed God shows up in the midst of their exchanges. If there's any God at all, it is in the attempt to get to know another person. Well, I may not share all of her thoughts, but I do believe there's something really to that. It's in the attempt to reach across the aisle, the attempt to reach toward a person that may not reach toward you. It is in the magic that happens when people try to connect with one another, or try to be the best that they can be, or try to achieve that goal that they've been seeking, or try to love, or try to be kind, or try to do the best that they can. It is in the attempt that makes all the difference. And I believe I believe that God, or our creator, sits in the middle of those moments, not in the outcomes, but in the attempt. When we try, we discover that there's something magical about it. In other words, it is not the end of the journey, whether you win the championship, or whether you get the job, or whether you get the promotion, or whether or not you get the person that you want in your life, or whether or not you make the money that you thought you would have. But it is some value in the attempt, in the trying, that gives you some ability to know your worth and to know whether or not it's worth it. If you try, you'll discover a lot about yourself, a lot about other people, and most importantly, a lot about your creator, God. Because in those moments, you'll discover that there is some light shining on you and on other people. I was talking to a good friend of mine just a few days ago, and we were talking about a goal that he's seeking. And what he's discovered as he's going and traveling and doing these things, and collecting research and getting support, is that it was in the meeting of people who would be strangers that he found himself. It's in the richness of the stories that the people you encounter along the way that feed your life and make you better. In other words, what's life if it's not the getting to know people and discovering that it's worth the try? Well, they say you never fail unless you try. And if you don't try, then you always fail. Well, I want to encourage you this week, today, this year, in your life, don't be afraid to try. Your trying goes a long way. You'll discover a lot. You don't lose anything by trying. You just discover and learn ways to be successful in life, or to enjoy life when you try. I didn't know there's certain foods that I wouldn't have ever touched if I had not tried. I had not really traveled abroad much, but when I started doing it, I learned so much about myself and others because I tried. There's some things I failed in, but if I had never tried, I would have never known my capacity to be able to lend myself to something beyond my grasp. So, what I want to encourage you to do is to try a little bit. Try just a little bit. If you want to cook, try cooking. If you want to go to classes or go to school or to try to advance yourself, go ahead and try it. If you want to try love, and you know heartbreak comes with that sometimes, well, if you never know, trying is the best thing ever. You'll discover a lot. So I'll end this with the same song that I began with, but beautiful. Life is beautiful when you try. If you never try, then you'll never know the beauty of life. Love is beautiful when you try. And if you never try, you will never know the beauty of love. Laughter is beautiful when you try. And you'll never know how hilarious fun and how much fun life can be if you never try. But in the trying, you'll discover a lot about yourself. So here are the words, but beautiful, attributed to Bill Evans and Stan Getz. Love is funny, or it's sad, or it's quiet, or it's mad. It's a good thing, or it's bad, but beautiful. Beautiful to take a chance. And if you fall, you fall. And I'm thinking, I wouldn't mind at all. Love is tearful or it's gay. It's a problem or it's play. It's a heartache either way, but beautiful. And I'm thinking, if you were mine, or if the job was mine, or if the aspiration was mine, or even if I tried to have what it is that I was looking for, I'd never let it go. And that would be, but beautiful. I know. I'm encouraging you to embrace your life, embrace those around you, embrace your dreams, embrace even the moments in which you don't meet those dreams, because it's all but beautiful. It's worth a try. Have a good one. A blessed day, a blessed week, yes, and even a blessed life. Take care. Bye bye.